Welcome back to Big Baller Talk. I'm your host, Ben,
And I'm your host, Charles.
and we're back. So this is episode 2. We're going to do some NBA news. And actually, we'll start right off real quick before we get into the NBA news. There's been some pretty big Trevor Bauer news at the moment. Uh,
Very big.
Very big,
Very
yep.
big.
It came right now. It's coming down to what we've known pretty much for the last like 2 or 3 weeks. Mets and Dodgers, and it's looking like the Mets might be the front runner out of that. Hoping, fingers crossed. Um, and the Dodgers, they offered him a 2-year contract. I don't know exactly how many per year. I don't know if they put it out there. Um, and the Mets offered him a 3, and he wanted a 4. So truly, he hopefully will gravitate more towards the Mets because he wants a longer deal.
Yeah.
But just some pros and cons. Like the pros of going to the Dodgers for him, they're World Series champions, Fort Myers, and that's his hometown.
Yeah.
Like Chuck, I'm sure you'd want to play in your hometown. You know,
Oh yeah, 100%. And
like you would
plus,
like.
like, he knows, like, in his head, he knows, like, either place he goes, they're right up there for the World Series front runners.
Yep, and he's gonna be loved anywhere he goes.
Exactly, because he's such like a
He's gonna be wanted
impactful pitcher.
by far. Most interesting guy in the league, honestly. Big fan of him. Um, and
Great pitcher.
oh yeah, great pitcher.
I had
And
to actually watch him live a couple times, like when he was on the Indians.
oh, did you? That's awesome.
Yeah,
What games were
at
they?
Yankee Stadium.
Did he
Yankees
get the win?
Indians. I don't know. It was like 3 years ago.
Okay. Um, that's cool. But the upside or pros of being in with New York, there's not really any cons with LA besides maybe the market could be a little toxic sometimes, but so can New York media. Um, but for New York, I would say the plus, one of the really big pluses actually going into it is Francisco Lindor and Cookie Carrasco. They're all great
Hmm.
friends. As you know, they played with each other in Indians, and everyone
Oh
knows.
yeah.
So that's and plus, I don't think he has actual hate towards Ronald Acuna, but they got their little beef about striking out and all that stuff. And he's been wearing a lot of Mets hats, and he has been hinting a little bit, which is it's just savage by him. I love when he does this stuff. I love when any athlete does this, like gives
Here, I
little
want I
hints
want to
of
throw in
where
a
they're going.
con real quick.
All right.
There's a con, honestly, there's a bigger con like going to New York. I'm not just saying that because you're a Mets fan or anything, but like he's the type of pitcher, like, of course he's gonna be loved anywhere he goes, but he wants to win a Cy Young award for the National League. I think that being in the same rotation as DeGrom, he might have a harder chance of getting it than being in rotation with like an old Kershaw and a Bueller.
Yeah,
Because
I
DeGrom by far is the best pitcher in the league.
I understand. Yeah, oh
But
yeah,
then
and
again,
I
it could help at the same time.
yeah, like so I understand that point 100%. But my theory is maybe like him being a 2 because he would obviously be the 1. I feel like if he goes to like it'd be between him and Bueller, but I think he'd be that 1 spot. I
Yeah.
think if he were to go to New York and be that 2 with DeGrom, it would put a lot of pressure off of him. Like he's gonna
Yeah,
still be the best, but
exactly.
he can more focus. Like yes, he's gonna be probably if he goes wherever he goes, he's gonna be the most like focused on pitcher, like
Hmm.
more than Degrom, honestly. But he still can
Hmm.
relieve a lot of pressure with him. Kyle said he could go totally finesse and go to a completely different place. He really could. He really could.
Yeah,
But
the Yankees.
his Rachel Luba said it's down to 2.
Yep.
Would he want to be a 2
Orioles and Red
though, or would it
Sox.
not matter? He would most likely be a 2 with the Mets just because the goat, and then with the
But still, he could
Dodgers,
still
it could be
like
close.
he's not gonna get the opening day start if he's on the Dodgers or the Mets.
You don't
They
think so with
always
the
give the
Dodgers?
they always give it to Kershaw. They're not gonna take that away
Yeah.
from Kershaw just from signing
I don't really think. Well,
Bauer.
remember with him, he's a every 4 day pitcher. He plays better, and he likes when he pitches every 4 days. So that could
Yeah.
benefit both squads. Um,
Yep.
But that's just a little bit about the Bauer news before we head off to the NBA. But pretty interesting, it's exciting. They said that we're assuming we'll know in the next 24 hours where he goes, and I'll put a video up about that. Um, so yeah, what I have on the screen, if you're on Twitch right now or YouTube, not Spotify, you can only hear me, but if you're on those two, We have just Celtics Lakers. I'm just gonna have it playing in the background. Chuck thinks this is gonna be the finals, which it could be. That'd actually be a very good matchup. Each have 17, go for that 18th. It would be very entertaining. But I'm just gonna have it play in the back. I don't know how long the quarters are, but if you want to put in the comments any other team you want to watch, or if you want me to play anything, you're more than welcome to put that down there. Um, so we'll go right off into NBA, and we're gonna pretty much talk about the standings. Oh, I gotta change that camera angle real quick. Um, it's under oh yeah, it's under camera. 2K, there we go. So we'll start off right away with the standings of the NBA. So we're gonna start with the East. Oh, Chuck, I didn't even realize your Celtics are kind of getting down there a little bit. Um,
I know.
yeah. So we're gonna
They're
start off
playing
with that.
good too.
They are. I think it's just that they didn't have Tatum for those like 4 or 5 games, or
That
three
loss
to
last
five.
night to the Kings really killed us.
Yeah, that would have been 12-10 for you guys. You still would be at the 4 seed. You're a solid game and a half behind the Nets, who really went right up. They were the 7th seed for a little while. Um,
Yeah.
so that's interesting to see them up there. I expect them to be in top
Sixers are
three.
playing good ball.
Sixers, yeah,
Joel
they
Embiid's
are.
playing really good.
Simmons a little bit of a downfall, but then again, when you are playing with a potential MVP and Embiid, and you can't really
Even
shoot, or at
Tobias
least
Harris
don't
is
shoot.
playing great.
Yeah, Tobias is playing great. Dwight's playing great. Danny Green, I don't really think he's doing like anything impressive, but he's still still can shoot.
He's always there when you need that clutch three. So like,
Sometimes, but they're 16-6 right now. The Sixers in the conference, they're 14-4 in their division. They're 4-1, and they were 10-0 at home, but they lost. I don't remember who they lost to, but they're now 10-1 on the road. Um, at that 2 spot is the Milwaukee Bucks at 13-8. At that 3 spot is the Nets at 14-9, which I expect them to be a top 4 seed regardless. I'd even be shocked at 4. I think they're going to be a top 3 seed. Um, then you got your Celtics at 11-9 at the 4 seed. And you guys are tied up with the Pacers, but they're 12-10. But you guys are right up there with them. They each are 4 games or a game and a half
yeah.
behind the 3 seed. They're at the 5 seed, and the Hawks are at the 6 seed at 10-11. So starting to get a losing record. The East is actually record wise as of 2 nights ago. It's a little bit late now, but as of 2 nights ago, the East, if you put our 7th seed in the West, it'd be like a 5 seed. It was something crazy. So like normally, as of right now, like the West is just way better. You put the 6th seed in the West, and they're all the way down to the 12 seed. But it was cool to see that for a little bit because normally it's just weaker at the moment. I feel like.
Oh yeah, if you put the freaking Hawks at 10 and 11, our 6th seed, and with the Western Conference, they're
The
literally
12.
going to the 11th or 12th seed. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we'll go on to the 7th seed, which is the Cavs at 10-12, who are tied with the Hornets 10-12, who are the 8th seed. And the Knicks, they fell out of the 8th seed. They're now the 9th seed at 10-13. But really surprising as a Knicks fan. And now that I'm thinking about it, I want to shout out quickly the GOAT. It's this account on Instagram. He shout us out, and I appreciate it. He's a really good Instagram, content creator. He puts out a lot of. He's a Emmanuel Quickly fan, as the name says. So he's going to be posting a lot about Quickly, but mainly a lot about the Knicks too in general. He'll have a lot of live streams on Instagram, just kind of talking about anything Knicks. But go check him out on Instagram. I think he's at like 152 followers, so let's try to get him to 200. And that would be awesome. But Emmanuel Quickly, very good. Randall, chance to be an All-Star. He's 8th right now. We'll talk about more of the All-Stars later. But and then you got RJ, who's actually starting to get into his rhythm. Mitch is still a little bit iffy. But Austin Rivers having either really great games or some decent games. And Listella just actually signs a 3-year, $18.75 million deal with the Giants as we're speaking. Time with Stella, that's kind of a big loss for the Angels.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, one thing that's I'm really impressed about the Knicks is Tom Thibodeau. I expected it going in. I was very happy about this signing. And even Chuck, that's just a great signing in general, because you've had I can't believe this is Brad Stevens like sixth or eighth year, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it's been that
I
long.
love Brad Stevens.
And he's been a little iffy the last few years, but he's still a great coach, fantastic coach.
Came from Butler.
Yep, and he coached Gordon Hayward there, and he was
Yeah, he
coaching there
did.
for a little bit, but
Oh my God,
but
Gordon
yeah,
Hayward's having a freaking monster season right now.
he's doing really well with Charlotte. He's having a
He's having
bounce
his
back
All
year.
Star season.
Yeah, he's doing pretty
Like his
well.
stats so far this year are better than his All Star season.
Are they?
Yeah,
That's
like
pretty good.
he averaged like the same amount of points, but he's averaged like 1 rebound, 1 assist more.
That's pretty good. Um, he is that main player besides possibly LaMelo on the squad, but
Yeah.
So to finish with the Nets, or excuse me, the Knicks. Nets are way better, but the Knicks, Tom Thibodeau having the Knicks were ranked first for defense. I don't know if we still are. We might be top five, top seven, something like that. Um, but that's a plus side. Our defense is really nice, so I like that. So we'll go on to the Raptors, who are the 10 seed, 9-12. They really started to have a bounce back. They did not start off well at all. Um, and the Bulls, 8-12 with the 11 seed. Magic, 8-14, 12 seed. Magic always start off so hot and then just fall out, and that's what they're doing. But they did lose Markel Fultz, which honestly is a pretty big loss for them. But they did sign Frank Mason. That's not the same, but you can still get something in there. Um, we got at the Heat at the 13 seed, 7-14. I have faith that
Who
they're
would
still
have
going to make that
thought?
playoffs.
Who would have thought
Yeah,
after
I
making it to
have
the finals?
yeah, I have faith though. Like yes, Jimmy was hurt for a good amount of the games, and they're not looking great. They did have the shortest offseason along with the Lakers. But, I mean, the Lakers are doing well. They lost Derek Jones. They're still I think a good team. I'm just kind of shocked with what's going on right now. I think they'll turn that around. Um, they lost to the Wizards last night. Here, the 14th seed at 5-13, which is kind of disgusting. Like I didn't expect that at
Everybody
all.
thought, dude. Everybody thought with Beal, of course, Beal's probably he's so good, but like Westbrook even coming over, like everybody thought like they're gonna be a good team.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, for sure. Um, and Bradley Beal, I believe, is leading the leagues in points as well. We'll talk about that later as well. We'll get more into depth with that type of stuff. Um, and then we go with the 15th seed, the Detroit Pistons at 5-16. No shock to me. I thought they'd be pretty trash to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it for the East. Pretty solid. Kind of the only team that's a shocker to me is the Pacers. I didn't really expect them to be on this hot roll. Like they've kind of got toned down since trading Oladipo, but when Levert's back, if he comes back this season, I'm shocked that they're still a top 8 seed. So that's my surprising team of the East. What about you?
Uh, I'm I'm gonna go with the Cavs.
Cavs?
My Cavs they've been playing good ball. Like they're beating
Hmm.
good teams, they're losing the bad teams. Like they're Colin Sexton's playing amazing.
Yeah,
Uh,
he is.
I just I mean I wasn't. No, who would have thought like it's still early in the season. Don't get me wrong, but who would have thought that Cavs would be sitting at the 7th seed
Hmm.
after 22 games?
Oh, yeah, I completely agree. Yep.
Like usually, like you can even switch the Cavs and the Heat right now, and it would have been like reality
Normal.
the
Yeah, you
last
would just
couple
think that's
seasons.
normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Even the
It's.
Raptors, like the Cavs usually don't start off good. Like they're not even starting off that good, but they're starting off like 1,000 times better than usual.
Hmm. They really
So
are. Sexton, I'm really impressed with.
yeah.
That's definitely someone who's up on the rise for me.
Hmm.
Um, so we'll go to the Western Conference, which kind of shock with the number one seed.
I'm very shocked. I
You
usually
know,
see them at a
like
4, 5, 6.
yeah, I expected them. Like I love Donovan Mitchell and them, and I expected them to be at like that 3 or 4 spot, maybe even 5 or 6. But at the one spot, Jazz 16-5. They're having a great season on
Yeah.
that. They were on that 10 or 11 game streak for a little bit, and it got snapped by Jokic. But Jokic was different. I think he put up 47. He's
Yeah.
number one in MVP right now, in my opinion.
Oh, me
Um,
too.
but So that, they've been really well. They've been doing well offensively, doing well defensively. Jordan Clarkson has been doing actually really well for them.
Mike
Uh,
Conley's been playing great.
yep, yep. So now the Clippers at the 2 seed at 17-6. Kind of
I'm
not
honestly
shocked, but am
surprised.
shocked. Yeah,
I am surprised.
yeah. It's
Paul George and
like
Kawhi Leonard really have been turning that team around at least this season. They didn't play great last season together, but
no, they
this
played they
season
played pretty well last season together, just not in the playoffs. It's just they
I
can't put it
didn't I
together.
didn't I didn't see I didn't see a Kawhi Leonard that I saw in Toronto or like a Paul George
Hmm.
that I saw in Indiana last season.
Yeah, yeah, that was definitely
I'm starting to
different
see more of it
players.
this year though.
Yeah, you're starting to see them be like, all right, we have a year under our belt. Let's see what we got to work on. Let's see, we're
They're
comfortable
getting
with each other at
comfortable.
this point because it's mostly the same team
Hmm.
for the most part. Um,
Losing Harrell was big though too.
that was a big loss. Yep, yep. And actually, speaking of real, we're going to the Lakers, who are honestly low key like a completely different team in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I 100% agree.
like roster wise at least. They're
Yeah,
at the 3 seed at 16-6. They're not right. They're not far behind. That 1 through 3 easily. One Lakers win one game, the other two lose out. They move right up to one. Like it's really close. But oh, Jeff Teague just got
getting a
blocked. I think.
getting a true point guard very much helped them.
Yeah,
Like they had like Avery Bradley and Danny Green matching up, like or even like
in Rondo.
KCP. Like Rondo didn't start though.
Who
They
was their
had
starting point guard
LeBron.
last year?
They didn't have one. They had LeBron running the point.
They had a point guard though. I can't remember who it was.
Well, I mean they have Caruso off the bench,
Hmm.
but
Well,
they usually had LeBron run the point guard and like just having like LeBron matching up with the three guard or the
hmm
forward like the three, and then having like Avery Bradley, KCP, or Danny Green like match up with the 1 and 2.
yeah. It's definitely, that Schroeder pickup, the Harrell
Yeah.
pickup. It's amazing. Looking at last year's roster, yeah, they had literally Rondo was the only one, and he didn't start, which I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. That roster, I'll look at actually the 2020-2021 roster. They're losing. Well, actually, I'll go back to this one. In 2019
Caruso's getting better and
2020,
better.
yeah, in 2019-2020. They had like LeBron and all them, and I'll read who they don't have anymore. They don't have Danny Green. They don't have Avery Bradley. They don't have Dion. They don't have Rondo. They don't have
Hmm.
Dwight. They don't have JaVale. They don't
Hmm.
have JR. They don't have Troy Daniels, I don't think. They signed back Jared and Kostas, so like that's literally out of like the 15 that shows here, that's like over half of them is gone.
They
And
have
they
like
got
7 or 8 of the original like, of the team last year. So
yeah, I thought it was a pretty big loss in JaVale and Dwight.
100% because Anthony Davis is so much better when he plays the four.
Yeah.
Like
Now,
having those two bigs, like either whichever one you start, JaVale or Dwight. Like
mhm.
even though they didn't really start that much, but like I'd rather see like even though I'm not a Lakers fan, I'd rather have them. I'd rather see them have JaVale or Dwight start at the 5, and then have an AD and LeBron 3 and 4.
Yeah. Now their team's looking like right now they have Kostas, Alex Caruso, Quinn Cook, Anthony Davis, Jared Dudley, Marc Gasol, new pickup in Montrezl Harrell, new pickup in Wesley Matthews, new pickup in Dennis Schroeder. Those are some great players right there. Schroeder's a true, I don't want to say true point guard, but he kind of is in a way. Like he
Yeah, he can.
I don't watch the Lakers enough to know if he's a pass first point guard or a score first point guard.
He's a
Um,
pass first point guard.
because if you saw an OKC, it was kind of hard to tell with Chris Paul. So you say he's a pass first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even OKC, like he's made a big adjustment, like going from OKC to Lakers, because in OKC he needed to score. Him and Shea and like Steven Adams, like not even Chris Paul, like they were their big three scorers. But
Yeah.
like he made the good transition to like become a pass first point guard on this team, like with Anthony Davis, with LeBron, even with
Hmm.
Kuzma. Like
Yeah.
he's been getting assists. I have my fantasy team, so like he puts up points
Hmm.
and he puts up assists.
Someone
It's
that has
good to
surprised me
go.
from that squad is Talon Horton Tucker. Talon, however you say it. Man's a
Oh yeah.
monster. He's been doing really well for that. He was a second round pick, I believe the 16th pick in 2019, and he's really been putting his doing well up there. He's really been making a name for himself pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in. Anyone else that surprised you on that team?
No.
No. Yeah. Right now, Horton Tucker for 2020, he's putting up it's 16 minutes and he's only at 18 games played, so he hasn't played all of them. But not a lot of points, but 7 points. He has 3 rebounds and 2 assists. That's not anything special, but that's a pretty big upgrade from what
Still helps the
2019.
team out.
2019 he went from 7 points in 2020 to 5 points in 2019 to 7 in 2020. So 2 points up, and also had 2 more minutes now. His field goal percentage is down by 2, but his 3-point percentage is up by 3. He's been shooting pretty decently at the 3. He's gone up almost 2 rebounds. He's gone up over 2 assists. And he's just been surprising. He's been there. He's had he had a lot of games he actually didn't play, but he's having some 13-point games, 10-point games. So he's not been doing bad. I think he's a bright spot for them.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to a 4 seed at the Nuggets, 12-8. Not much to say. Jokic and Murray, very good.
Yeah.
And then 5 seeds, the Grizzlies at 9-7. Suns are 6 seed at 11-9. Blazers are 7 seed at 11-9 as well. And a team that surprised me is the Spurs. They're the 8 seed at 12-10. I'm shocked they're still pretty good. I want to see the Warriors slipping out of the playoffs. They're the 9 spot, 11-10. And now a team that probably the most impressive team besides maybe the Jazz for me right now is that 10 seed Houston Rockets at 10-10.
Oh my God, Christian Wood is probably one of my favorite players in the West right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's come up so much. He's showing that he deserves a starting team or a starting spot on whatever team he goes.
Yeah, he got I believe a 4-year contract, like 64 mil or 3 or somewhere like that. Kind of
he's
similar to
my
Liam
starting
Hendricks.
center for the All-Star game.
Oh, really? You put him in there?
Yeah, he's got to be most
over
improved
Jokic?
player. Or I have him at my 4. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Over Anthony Davis?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. He definitely will be an all-star. Maybe not this year, but next few years, I have faith. And John Wall's coming back, playing great. Boogie's not
Oladipo.
doing. Yeah, Oladipo. I've heard he's on the trade block still. Boogie's not doing the best, but I'm gonna look at John Wall. So right now, John Wall this season, which I didn't know he was doing this, he's averaging 18 points off 30 minutes, 6 assists and 4 boards. Not bad, shooting 45% from the field, or 44, not the best, but 37% from 3, which is, not that much bigger of an upgrade from other years, but from prior years. But if you look 2010, 30, 2011, 7, I don't know how he played 66 games and shot 7% from 3. I know he wasn't the best 3-point shooter at the time, but 2012, 27, 2013 is 35, 2014 is 30, 2015 35, and 37. He's gone up 7% since 2018, which was the last time he played. So someone to come back from the injury he had in 2018 and to be playing the way he is right now, it's impressive.
Yeah.
Um,
You want to go into our All-Star vote after we talk about the standings?
Yeah. Let me just look up DeMarcus Cousins' stats for you guys as well to see how he's doing. He's averaging 9 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. So, really not that bad. Bad compared to what he normally does when he was in his prime. But other than that, it's not really doing too much, but still kind of helping out that squad there. All right, now we got at the 11th seed the Kings at 10-11. At 12 seed the Thunder 9-11. And now two of these next two teams are shocking me at 13 and 14. 13 the Mavericks at 9 and 13, and then 14 the Pelicans 8 and 12. Who would have thought the Mavericks with Luka, and I don't know if KP's back, I know he was for a little bit,
He is.
would be 9 and 13.
Yeah.
There's something going on there. I think they'll turn it around.
I don't think they have that much depth.
Yeah.
What do you got? Jalen Brunson coming off the bench as your backup point guard.
He's pretty good. You got Tim Hardaway Jr.
I think he starts.
Does he start for them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it's not. I'll look up their rosters to see the depth they have. So they have Josh Richardson, who's their no. Josh Richardson's their starting small forward, and then you got so it goes Luca, shooting guard. Why does it say
Goes
small forward?
Luca, then it goes Luca, Tim Hardaway, then Josh, then KP, then Willie Cauley-Stein when he's healthy.
Willie Cauley-Stein is still there. Yeah. Here. Oh, here we go. Here's the starting lineup right here. They got at point guard Luca, at shooting guard Josh Richardson, at small forward Finney Smith, at power forward Kleber, and at center Kristaps. So that's not horrible right there. That's a decent starting lineup. And then they also they have different lineups. It looks like there's one with Luca, Finney Smith, Hardaway, Powell, Richardson, Trey Burke, Cauley-Stein, all them. But the depth they have is like Trey Burke, Cauley-Stein, Josh Green. So they got and Tim Hardaway Jr. Sometimes they got some of that, but nothing like crazy depth. But they have more depth than like the Nets. They're like per se like the Nets don't really have like what everyone wants. And by the way, Celtics are up 26-16, Chuck, with a minute left in the game. So
Oh,
looks like
really?
Celtics are going to take the W for this. So we'll do Celtics Knicks next, which will be a blowout, but for the Knicks winning. And then we got tied with the Pistons, first team in the league, the Minnesota Timberwolves at 5-16. Kind of shocks me, but does at the same time because Cat didn't really play a lot.
Dude, Jeremy Grant is one player that's playing amazing.
Oh yeah, I think he's gonna win Most Improved.
Yeah, between
Yeah,
him and Christian Wood.
he's playing for the Pistons right now.
Yeah.
Anyone wondering? And yeah, him and Randall are up there for Most Improved. Woods up there for Most Improved. So yeah, a lot of good Most Improved players. Now let's go on to your All Star votes, and then I'll kind of just graze over the league leaders right now, stat wise, as you go over. So we'll do who's leading it right now. Oh, actually, Bradley. Oh wait, yesterday's leaders. Okay, there we go. I was like, Paul George leading. That was just yesterday. Right now they have top 5 for all these categories. So right now Bradley Beal's at 1. This is points per game. Beal at 1 with 34.8. So he's a whole 4 points ahead of the number 2, who's KD, Kevin Durant, at 30.8, who's coming off that injury and just having an amazing season still is just crazy because no one has ever come off an injury like that and played the same. I mean, look at I believe Karl Malone had it, John Stockton, all those other players had it. And then at 3, Damian Lillard at 29.1. At 4, Joel Embiid at 28.6. And then Steph Curry at 5, 28.2. And if you go to rebounds per game, I'll just kind of go over that. It's Andre Drummond, Clint Capella, Rudy Gobert, Ayton, Sabonis, and leading that is Drummond with 14.6. Assists per game is Harden at 1 with 11.2. He's been more their playmaker than scorer.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on him real quick as I put on a new game?
I don't love it obviously, but I like to see that Harden's actually not just chucking up shots like he was in Houston, but he would make them obviously, but he was chucking them up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to see him when actually having 2 amazing players on his team with him that he can actually dish the ball to and not have to worry about, oh my god, is he going to freaking air ball? Is he at the side of the backboard? Is he actually going to make it?
Yeah. Now, what do you think about Kyrie with that squad? Do you think he should be traded, or do you think he should stay?
I think they're going to try to put him on the move.
What do you think they should do?
Honestly, I don't know. It's not going to happen, obviously, but I would love to see it.
You really
I
want to
would
see him
love to
back in
see it.
Boston?
No.
Oh, okay.
I would hate to see it, but I would love to see it at the same time because obviously Nets are in our conference, same division too.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see Russell Westbrook back with Harden, back with Durant.
In Brooklyn?
I don't care where it is, dude. I would
That'd
love to
be
see
interesting. I agree.
Harden's better now. Russ obviously is a little bit worse.
Russ is on that downfall just because he just relies on his athleticism
Yeah.
and his passing. And with that, when he's getting older, it's not really happening, as well as he used to. He's not really getting up to that rim. He's not really quicker than the next person. He doesn't have that quick first step like them, like he did when he was
Hmm.
younger. So he's been struggling with that. But honestly, I've seen trade rumors with the Clippers. I honestly, it sounds crazy, right? Like saying get him out of here, get him out of here. But um, I think he should go. I think it would be smart if he stayed, or if they didn't trade him. It's smart if they did trade him. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I'll say my reasoning for why I think they shouldn't trade him at first is because it's Kyrie, KD, and Harden. Best offense in the league, but then again, the worst defense in the league right now. Um,
Yeah.
so you're looking at that point. The way I'm also thinking they should trade for the Clippers is one would be helping out the Clippers, getting them Kyrie to pair up with Paul George and Kawhi. That's all three different personalities, which is good. Pretty good to have that.
Hmm.
But that depth of the Nets team is horrible. Like their backup is Spencer Dinwiddie, who's out all season. So they got Bruce Brown and like all of them and Jeff Green. I think Jeff Green might actually start. But what I think is they should do is they should try to trade Kyrie, get maybe Pat Bev, and I can't think of who they have at center for the Clippers right now. I'm blanking. Maybe Zubac or whatever. But go after a center for the Nets. Like go after Pat Bev, go after Lou, try to get like a center, maybe some first round picks, as the Nets don't have as many because of these trades with Harden and with the Celtics back in 2013 when they got Garnett and all them and Paul Pierce
Yeah.
and Jason, right? Yeah. But I think they should trade and try to get more depth team. Get a better team. Even though that team is nice, really nice, I think they should maybe do it. But I'm also
Yeah, I
again
know,
not
but like,
opposed to them keeping him.
if you have to also think of the Clippers' point of view on this side, like the Clippers aren't going to want to get rid of Pat Bev and freaking
For
Lou
Kyrie, they
Williams.
might.
I know, but like then they're going to be screwed a little bit on the depth side too.
Nah, but their depth is not bad at all.
I know, but they'll
The
lose.
thing is
They'll
they
lose that.
have
They'll
that
lose that 6 man Lou Williams. They'll lose that Pat
if he's
Bev. Like,
added into it. I'm just putting what I
yeah,
would put into that. I I get that part, but I just feel like they wouldn't say no to Kyrie. He could be
imagine
what they need.
Kyrie, Paul George, Kawhi. That'd be
As we talk, actually, the Mets offer is 3 years, believed to be close to 100 million.
really.
Opt out likely after the first year. So for the Mets, that's what they offer Bauer. Sorry, but this news is pretty big, so we gotta get into that. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, you can go on with what were you saying?
No, just like imagine like Paul George, Kawhi, and Kyrie. Like that's almost just like the Harden and the Kyrie and the Durant.
Yeah, it's really similar. Really similar. I think that Durant and Harden and Kyrie is a way better squad, but
Hmm.
they're close. Paul George is easily the worst out of that five right there. It definitely goes KD, Kawhi. Nah, KD. Honestly, KD, Harden, Kawhi, Kyrie, Paul George. In my opinion, um, you could maybe put
I don't know.
Kyrie below Paul.
I put Kyrie below Paul George.
It's tough. You can do that. I could definitely do that, but I think Harden is by far better than Kawhi,
Yeah.
just score wise and leader. But who knows? It's just our predictions. But then assists per game, they got Luka at 9.6 and all that. Um, Steph has the most 3 pointers made at 96, past Reggie Miller about 2 weeks ago at this point now. Um, the highest scoring team is the Bucks at 130, 130 points. That doesn't sound right. That's yesterday. There we go. That doesn't sound right. Here we go. Here we go. The Nets, they average the most at 122, and then the Bucks average 121. I was gonna say like only 130. That doesn't sound right to me. Um, and the Jazz has made the most 3 pointers. No Celtics or Knicks anywhere. Knicks are fifth in rebounds per game. Celtics are fifth in steals per game.
Marcus Smart getting hurt was big.
That's it.
Big loss for a couple weeks.
Yeah. So now that we kind of get the league leaders and stuff like that, let's go over your All-Star voting. What was your starting five for the East?
All right, might get a little bit of hatred for this. I got Bradley Beal. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
All right, I got Bradley Beal. Obviously, I put him at the 1. I got Jaylen Brown at the 2. I got Jeremy Grant at the 3 over Tatum. I got Durant at the 4 and Beat at the 5.
All right, what's your reasoning for those?
Jeremy Grant is just playing amazing. Like this is early still. Like we still got another month and a half, right? Month and a little bit. But Jeremy Grant's playing amazing.
For the All-Star game?
It's March 6th, right?
March 7th. Yeah, March 7th in Atlanta will be the All-Star game. I don't know. I don't think it's an All-Star weekend. I think it's just the All-Star game.
I've been hearing though that they might do the dunk contest or like the 3-point contest, but
really,
I don't know.
That'd be kind of cool still.
But anyway, Jeremy Grant, he's just having a great year. Bradley Beal, obviously he's leading scorer in the league. Durant, it's Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
Embiid, I think he's number 2 for MVP running so far.
Yep.
That's mine. And then Jaylen Brown, he's just having a great year. He's having a breakout year. Like he's doing better than Tatum is.
So I guess I'll go over mine. So I had, at point guard, we're gonna put James Harden. At shooting guard, I put Zach LaVine, which might seem as a little shock. I'll explain that later. But then at small forward, Jason Tatum. Just can't go wrong with Tatum. Power forward, KD again. Can't go wrong with KD. And then I just realized I didn't pick a center, but I put Julius Randle there at center. But I kind of forgot about like putting an actual center. I just wanted to pick the players that I think should be in that, deserve to be in the All-Star team. So I got rid of the 5. There? No, I don't. I put Zach LaVine over Beal. I think Beal is going to be in a close 6, but I think I like Zach LaVine here, and I'll say why. I think right now Zach LaVine's averaging 27 points, shooting 51 from the field, 40 from 3, averaging 5 rebounds and 5 assists. That's just straight wow. It's almost basically 8 points higher than his career average in points. 2 rebounds higher than career, 2 assists higher than career. He's having a career year and an all-star year. And so I'm really impressed with that. Julius Randle, was averaging a triple-double for a while, but as of right now, he's averaging 23 points, 48% from the field, 40% from 3, which is a shocker. So 23 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. That's crazy. He normally averages career is 17, 9, and 3, and shoots 31 from 3. But with what I just read, I think he's having a great year, and maybe a biased Knicks fan, but I think he's just having a great year, So that is my reasoning for the East starters. Now, what were your West starters?
You can start with the West. I start with the East.
All right. So I put at point guard. These two could swatch point guard or shooting guard, but I guess I'll put a point guard Steph, at shooting guard Dame. At small forward, I'll put Kawhi. At power forward, I put LeBron. And then at center, I put Jokic. And I don't really feel like there's a need to explain the West. They have by far the best All-Stars. So,
I want to hear an explanation.
For?
Where's Luka?
Luka? I don't think he should be in the starting lineup at all.
No?
No.
Why not?
Yes, he's averaging 27, 9, and 10, which I didn't know, but he's averaging that. But still, I think I got to put Dame and Steph in there for him.
Huh. I
think he'll be...
Yes.
He can maybe be instead of Dame, but that's just my opinion. I think Dame...
That's what I did. I got Curry. I got Luka. I got LeBron at the 3. I got Christian Wood at the 4. And Jokic at the 5.
Yeah. Not too much to say about the West just because this is kind of obvious. I feel like a lot of people is going to be that. A lot of people are going to have that.
I don't really think LeBron should be there, but it's LeBron. He's going to be there, so I'd rather have Kawhi or
Kyle
BI in there
says
instead.
he says Luka should be starting. Yeah, he can definitely be over Lillard. I honestly didn't know Luka was averaging these stats. I thought he was having a bad season because of their
Yeah,
record.
he's
Because I don't
almost
really
averaging a
pay too
triple
much
double,
attention.
right?
Yeah, so I guess I would put probably Luka instead of Dame. But right now I'm just gonna keep Dame in there just because I'm a Dame fan. Um, well, I'll look at his stats right now. Stats aren't everything, but still, I mean, he's putting up almost 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists. So he's not so far away.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. So what do you want to do next?
all right, so the next thing we'll actually talk about. So we got over the league leaders, all that. So we're gonna go over our each individual top three rookies. You can start off with this one. Just put your 1 through 3. Give your reasoning for why. This is your opinion. You can go based on stats, go based on just the way their play style, or anything, just what you
All
think.
right. My number one is obvious. It's gonna be Lamelo. Lamelo just, especially off the bench, he's putting up not imagine. He's putting up amazing numbers. Like, yeah, what does he have? 12.7 points per game, 5.9 rebounds, 6 assists. Like, that's amazing for off the bench, I think. My number 2, I got James Wiseman. He's got 12.2 points per game, 6.1 rebounds, and he averages just over a block a game. Once again, I think he's a perfect fit for Golden State. Like, it's the big man that Curry needed because they didn't have one really. So I put him there, and then this is very biased. I don't care what anybody says. I put Peyton Pritchard at number 3. He's actually currently number 7 in the race right now, but I moved him up to 3 because I'm a Celtics fan.
Where do you
And
see that race?
It's on
I
NBA.
NBA.com. Where is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I just looked up Rookie of the Year race, and it
Oh,
was
okay.
LaMelo 1, 2 Wiseman, 3 Tyrese Halliburton, 4 Anthony Edwards, 5 Patrick Williams, 6 Tyrese Maxey,
Oh
7
yeah,
Pritchard, 8 Denny Avaji, 9
I
Cole
see it.
Anthony, and then 10 Sadiq Bey.
Yeah, I see it. Okay. Ooh,
But I
Emmanuel
just
quickly at
love
5.
watching. What?
This one has the NBA one has NBA.com has Emmanuel quickly at 5.
Oh, really? How
Mm-hmm.
come this one's not? How come this one's different then?
I don't know. This one, they're probably both written by like different writers.
This one's Steve Ashburner.
This one is Steve Ashburn. Yeah, February 3rd, 2021.
Oh, mine says January 13th.
Uh,
That's why. So, yeah. Anyway, what's yours?
all right. So I agree with number 1 at Lamelo Ball. He's putting up 12.2 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. That's really good, I guess, since just out of any like player, honestly. But since like the last rating, I said he's averaged 16, 5, and 7, so he's going up. He's improving, and honestly, I'm picking all guards here. Number 2, I'm gonna put Tyrese Halliburton. He's someone who's really impressed me. He averages 11 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Um, Been a little down in scoring since the last ranking, but he's gone up almost 4 in rebounds and almost 3 in assists per game. But just watching him, like when the Knicks played the Kings, he is a really smart playmaker. He's a really smart playmaker. He knows where to pass the ball, when not to pass the ball, when to pass the ball. But he also knows when to score. Like when is the right time to shoot, when is not. He kind of seems like a veteran a little bit. He he had that really deep 3 that was like ballsy, but like I can't remember, but it was pretty big for them.
What
And
college did he come from? Was it Kansas?
he came from Iowa State, I believe. Yeah, Iowa State.
It was Kansas. Huh.
Yeah, no, he went.
Alright.
He's
Anyway,
from Iowa State.
you can continue.
Um, I didn't know Obi's real name was Obadiah. Um, but yeah, that's all I got for Halliburton. But then number 3, again, as you put your third as being biased. But then again, this is biased, but at the same time, like this is definitely not wrong. They have him at 5. I'm putting Emmanuel quickly. Um, he's been fantastic. No one expected this. Um,
Mm-hmm.
He's putting up 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. But what's more impressive is since that last ladder, where they ranked him, he's been up 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he's really. They put him at the 6 last time, so he went up 1 and did those stats. If we look at Halliburton, he was 3 last time, and LaMelo was 2 actually. Who was 1? They put James Wiseman at 1. Who again? He's 4 or 5 for me. He's having a great season. Him and Anthony Edwards are 4 and 5. It seems like everyone's gonna put that, but like Anthony Edwards is actually doing a lot better than I thought. I wasn't high on Anthony Edwards, but he's doing well.
Where they got Peyton Pritchard on that list?
Peyton Pritchard, they have him at. Oh yeah, they have Cole Anthony at 6. That makes sense. He's not in the top 10. It won't go any farther.
Oh,
He's
not.
probably top 20, maybe. I don't know. He's just had a few good games, but Emmanuel quickly, he's coming off the bench, which a lot of people, Knicks fans, are really upset about that for some reason, and I get it. I would like to see him start, but I think it's better that we had Alfred start and have Emmanuel quickly come off the bench, kind of learn, because Alfred Payton is, as a veteran, he knows stuff, like when to take his time and stuff. Again, he's not the best.
Yeah.
I believe he was the worst starting point guard last year, but then again, he wasn't supposed to start. Just kind of happened, but still. So, I'm really excited for Quickly. I hope this stays up. I hope this is true and legit, not like the whole Luke Voigt fluke thing. I hope this is like a legit player who will actually be good, and will put in the work with us with Thibodeau, and I believe he will. You got anything else to say? Yeah,
Oh my god.
I don't want to be a fluke like him. But yeah, a little shade coming at the Yankees.
You can't call it a fluke when you haven't seen the second season after yet.
Yeah, I guess you can come from that way, but I've seen the 5 seasons beforehand, so. but yeah, we'll see that one. But anyways, you got anything else to say about your rookies?
No.
All right, now we'll go on to the last prediction thing. We'll go to kind of early, but MVP. Who you
Go
got
ahead.
MVP?
You can start.
I think we both already expressed Jokic, correct?
Yeah, I got Jokic at 1.
All right. I guess I'll go real quick, and talk about his stats. Just get that out of the way, because not everything, but he's averaging 27 points, 57% of the field, 38 from 3, with 12 rebounds and 9 assists. So almost a triple double as well. But he had a 47-point game against the Jazz, who snapped their streak. 35, 20 is 35 again. He is just having a fantastic year. He is having.
Yeah, he really is.
Well, as we think an MVP year, he's really, they're not really leading the Nuggets to a win. I mean, they're 12-5, which is still a very good record, but they're not anything out of the ordinary, crazy. They're kind of where we all expected them to be, around the 4. Maybe I could see a 3 for them, but I can see them ending there. But just, I don't really, honestly, I'll be clear honest, I don't know too much about Jokic like I do, but I'm not sitting there watching Nuggets games just because they're in a completely different conference. I used to when Melo was back there. Well, the last year he was there, but so I don't know a crazy amount about him, but I just know he's very skilled. And watching him in the playoffs is pretty good. Jamal Murray's had a setback, been kind of all right, it's going back to reality a little bit since the bubble, and that's why I think Jokic is really taking advantage of that and just playing his heart off. No, is that right? His heart out. There we go. Playing his heart out. Why do you think Jokic?
He like you just said, he's just playing amazing. He's like you said, 27 points, 12 rebounds, 8.6 assists, right?
Yep.
He has 5 triple doubles in the season right now. He's honestly putting up career highs every other day. It seems like.
Mm-hmm.
This season already, he put up a career high for points, rebounds, assists, and steals per game.
Pretty good.
Like that. I just think he's playing amazingly. I want to see how it finishes though.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said in the beginning, it's very early to be saying our MVPs, but so far this is what we think.
Yeah.
Who do you got your number 2?
Oh, number 2 for MVP. Probably Embiid.
Yeah.
And then
That's what I got.
I gotta put it every year. I gotta put LeBron up at 3.
Nah, I got Steph.
Steph. It's between not looking at LeBron and Luca for me, and Giannis is up there still. I don't want
Yeah,
Giannis to
Luka
win it
is
again.
averaging a double double or triple double almost.
Yeah. So like it's kind of what everyone expected, except everyone. I guess the what is it? Las Vegas odds had Luca winning it coming into the season. I
Really?
don't know what that's gonna be, but yeah. So we'll go on to this last little segment, a little part we came up with. Well, my cousin said that he had the idea about it, and I liked it. We're gonna go with it's like a little trivia thing. So Chuck and I each have two players that we have for us to guess, and how this works. It can be any player in NBA history, more like recent years, like probably last 10 years or so, 15 years. Players that we would kind of know, and we're going to quiz each other. So what I'm going to do is like say he's going to ask me. He gets a limit of 3 questions. He's going to ask me. Just some examples. He could ask, is he in the East or West? I'll tell him.
Hmm.
And then, he can't look it up. He's just kind of straight up. Or do you want to
Yeah.
say you can look it up?
No, that's not fun.
Alright. So, we're going to do. You don't look it up. You can just ask any question you want,
We're
points
doing
per game, stuff
players
like
from this
that.
season, right?
What?
We're only doing players from this season.
Uh, I wasn't, but
Oh, I thought we were just doing players from this season.
I guess, yeah, if you want to, sure. So, I'll
No, I
start
don't care.
off. I'll start off with asking my question then if we're doing it
No, we
from.
can. We if you don't have just this
No, I,
season,
I,
then we
I
can
got
do.
them. No, they're good. They played this
All right.
year.
All right.
All right, so
Um.
you can start off first if you want.
All right. Is he from the East?
All right, so before we start, are you? Because it's kind of confusing, the East or West. I guess I'll answer that like saying like yes, like that's the team that you want me to say the team he plays for right now, right? Even though he's played for other teams that necessarily weren't in the East or West, or were in the East.
Yeah, like he's playing right now. Like what team? Like is
Okay,
he
so
on
doing it right
East or
now.
West?
Okay, all right. So we won't do. All right, so yeah, he's in the East right now.
Okay. Are these yes or no questions? Or like, can I say like what position does he play?
You can say what position.
All right, what position does he play?
You only have 3 questions, so you have one more. He plays
Yeah.
power forward this year.
Okay. What number is he this year?
I believe he is number 67.
Jesus Christ, 67 power forward and East. Is it Taj Gibson?
It is.
It is.
Yeah, it's Tom Gibson. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I know how you work.
Yeah, I thought of a last second player. I was like, let me see if I can get this one going on. All right. So you can go ahead with this one if you want. Wait, I gotta see if this guy plays. You can go ahead and.
You can ask me questions.
Oh, that's right. Does your player play in the West?
No.
So he plays in the East? I said West, right?
Yeah, he plays in the East.
Is is his team in the playoffs right now? A top 8?
Yes.
All right. What position is he?
He's a shooting guard.
And they're in the playoffs this year. In the playoffs this year. I feel like I could go with the easy question here, or easy answer, but I know it's definitely not this player.
Go with
Like I
whatever
can
you want
just,
to say.
it would just be way too easy if you did this. So I'm not gonna say that. I could also see you picking someone. Oh, but no, my team's not in it. For some strange reason, I feel like it's Darius Garland.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
No, it was Jalen Brown.
No, I didn't think you would actually pick Jalen Brown.
I actually did.
I didn't see. I was gonna say it, but I was like, "There's no way he just picks Jaylen Brown out of the blue." All right, all
I
right,
did.
all right. You got me there. All right, you're up.
All right, so I'm up 1-0. Is that how we're doing it?
If you want, sure.
All right. Is your player in the West?
Yes.
Okay. What position is he?
Center.
There's no way we're the same person. Did he used to play for the Bulls?
No.
No. Shit. West Center. Is it DeMarcus Cousins? Final answer?
No.
Shit, who was it?
It's LaMarcus Aldridge.
Alright.
All right. So is your well? Okay. Well, we know that.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Damn it.
all
Alright, well, you got 3 questions and you already know 2 of them.
right. Is your player in the playoffs? Like, is their team in the playoffs?
Yeah.
What position is he? Oh, no! I take that back.
I should have answered it quickly.
I take that back. I don't know why I said that. Is he like in any races for like league leaders or MVPs?
No, he's not.
I have one more question, correct?
Yep.
Oh, this is really tough.
Really? Even all the hints I gave you before you even started guessing?
You said that he used to play for the Bulls. I'm like blanking on any like center that used to play for the Bulls.
Gotcha.
I like generally don't know. I have one more question, correct?
Yep.
Is his team a top 5 seed or are they a 6 through 8? Like, so wanna.
Let me check. Sorry, I'm just checking real quick.
You're fine.
Yes, he's top 5.
So they're in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
I have no
Now
more
you gotta guess
correct.
the player.
Oh my gosh.
So Jazz, Clippers, Lakers, Nuggets, or Grizzlies?
And you said they used to play for the Bulls.
Don't be looking up rosters.
I'm not. You said they used to
All
play
right.
for the Bulls.
Yeah, he
Oh my
did.
god. The teams are what? Jazz, Clippers,
Jazz,
the
Clippers,
Lakers.
Lakers, Nuggets, Grizzlies.
No one on the Clippers, I don't think. No one on the Lakers used to play for them because Marcus All didn't. Um, Grizzlies. Jonas Valanciunas didn't. Right? That's how you say his name?
Jonas Valanciunas.
Oh my god. I know I should be answering right away. But nah, he didn't play for them, I don't believe. And then so you said the Jazz. Rudy Gobert has been with them their whole time, I believe. Oh, I should have asked if he's a starter.
You can't answer that question, Benjamin.
I said I should have asked if you're a starter.
I know. You should have, but you
I,
didn't.
I should have. And he played for the Bulls, huh? I keep repeating it because I'm trying to think. God, I might have to give up, honestly.
Throw a guess
Um,
out.
Out of all those teams, Jazz, did they have anyone that played? Damn. No way, Montrezl Harrell did. I wonder if you're like trying to finesse me like he got drafted by them.
No. He actually played like
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I
like
know
it
you're
wasn't just like a
not,
draft. Like it wasn't like a Kobe thing or anything like that.
cause I know like Tyson Chandler keeps coming in my head, but he doesn't play anymore, so I know it's not him.
Tyson Chandler
Uh,
never played for the Bulls.
what? Yeah, he got drafted by them and played for them.
Did he?
Tyson Chandler? Yeah, I think he got drafted them. I know he played for them. Or maybe he got drafted and he got traded on draft night. That's what could have happened. Or did you say the Nuggets were in that list?
Yes.
Oh crap! No way he played for them. No, I don't think Paul Millsap played for them. Plus, he's not a center. There's no center. I'm thinking about this played for anyone. Is there? Is there? There is Chuck. There clearly is a center that's played for them before.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
And you're
messing
gonna be
with
like,
me.
oh shit. You're gonna be like pissed if you don't get this right.
All right.
Maybe not pissed, but you'll
Oh
be
shit.
upset.
Wait. No, he didn't play for them. I was gonna say Derek Favors. I don't think he played for them. Did he play for them?
I don't know, Ben. Did he?
Nah, I don't think he did. Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. But I mean, all right. So it's not Tyson Chandler, right? Because he didn't play. You didn't pick him, right?
It's not Tyson Chandler.
Okay, all right. I guess I'll just go with who's the fifth seed? Grizzlies.
Grizzlies,
I canceled out the Grizzlies. I canceled out.
Lakers, and
I
you
guess
canceled out
I,
the
I,
Clippers.
I literally canceled out every team, right?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you gotta guess.
If this, I'm gonna guess this. I think, but I don't think he's. I don't know if he's still on the team. Patrick Patterson. I don't think he's still on the squad.
It is not Patrick Patterson.
Who is it?
It's Joakim Noah.
No, he does not play for a team anymore.
Plays for the Clippers.
No, he doesn't. He's not in the
Does.
squad anymore.
It says it right here. It says Joakim Noah, current team,
If you,
Los Angeles Clippers.
yeah,
Number
but
55.
if you look right here, Joakim Noah, the last game he's played was in 2019-2020, and he's not in the squad. It says.
No.
That's what it says. That's why I was confused. I'm like, wait, who the hell played for the
No,
Bulls?
it says right here. It says current team.
Yeah,
Los
it
Angeles
says that.
Clippers.
I see that there, but under a reference, every player, like when you look them up, like I was looking up earlier, it says their stats 2021, and he doesn't have any.
Hold on, let me look up
That is
Clippers.
so. That is so weird. Let me look up Clippers roster, see if maybe they have him under there.
No, they don't. Shit.
Yeah, no, they don't have him under there.
All right, well, let me.
It's fine. I'll have. Oh wait, no. Do we already do both?
Let me do another one because I already gave you. Because that was
Okay. All right.
Let me think what player though, real quick.
Oh, I just realized the game is over. The game is over. Sorry, guys.
Who won, Knicks or Lakers?
It was Knicks
or Celtics?
Celtics, and I'm gonna just assume the Celtics won. I think so.
All right, Ben, you can go whenever you're ready.
All right, I'm just changing the roster. I don't want to be a player. I guess we'll just go over to my team real quick as we get to the last part. Well, my team's actually looking quite nice. I don't really play this game that often, but I did for a little bit. Oh, it's my limited squad. All right. You said to go ahead and guess. Guess.
Yeah.
Is he in the East or West?
He's in the West.
Is he what position?
He's a guard.
Like what position though?
Point guard / shooting guard. Plays both.
What's his main?
Shooting guard.
Okay. Is his team in the top 5 or in the playoffs? I guess I'll ask.
Yes, he's in the playoffs.
His team is in the playoffs.
Yep.
In the West.
No more questions.
So that means they're a top 10, or excuse me, a top 8 squad, and a shooting guard in the West. I'm gonna go with Devin Booker.
No.
Who was it?
Jordan Clarkson.
Jordan Clarkson. Damn, that was a good one. Let me look up how he's doing this year. I'm pretty sure he's actually doing pretty decent. This year he's averaging 17, 4, and 2. Yeah. Yeah, pretty good year for coming off the bench.
46% field goal, 38% 3-point.
Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Well, that was a pretty good segment. Guys, put in the comments for YouTube.
Give us more ideas on what to do during our talks.
Yeah, we'll think of ideas as well. But definitely give us some ideas that you guys want to see. And yeah, so that's it right now for just our NBA. The next one, It's gonna either be tomorrow, which is Friday, or Saturday. We're gonna be talking about football and Super Bowl, but we're gonna have our first guest. Uh, I don't think Charles is gonna be able to make it for the stream, but he might be
I
able
might.
to.
I'm not 100% sure though yet.
Yep. So we'll let you guys know. We'll see. We'll probably end up posting TikTok about it just to get it
Hmm.
out there for anyone who's watching that. Um, but I guess we just want to thank you guys for tuning in today. Thank you for listening on Spotify as well. We appreciate that and
Yep.
Anchor. Um, so thanks you guys for watching. And I hope to see you guys in episode 3.
Yeah. Have a good one, guys.